Good afternoon. It is Saturday, April the 4th. I am Bruce Leonard, of course, and thank you for tuning in to another hour of Bruce Leonard Leans Left. While it's still legal. Still legal today. As usual, a lot of shit going on. You ever needed a bigger metaphor for the shit show, reality television show that America has become? There's no better metaphor than a fucked up Tiger Woods stumbling out of the bushes on a police video telling him, I was just talking to the president. What does he say? Hey, it's Tiger, I'm really in trouble down here. And how fucked up was he? He's all fucked up. He made sure he took 2 pills for later in his pocket. Tiger is fucked up. I'm glad that he's going to get the treatment that he deserves. But like I said, there's no better metaphor for the shit show that this country has become than that. That there's a war. I know there's a war going on, but I'm really in trouble down here. I need you to help me. And all that's going on in the world, Trump still has the time to answer Tiger Woods' phone call from the roadside stop. It's unbelievable. You can tell somebody that this is what our country is, and they wouldn't believe it. Like, I can't believe that these countries that are watching us, and people can't realize how fucking stupid we look right now. It's like, he says I look like Ayatollah from Europe. I am not, my friend. I am not a religious man. We've been over this on this show multiple times. Not a religious man. I believe religion is the cause of all this bullshit. Most of it. You know, you got evangelical fanatics here. You got Islamic fanatics there. You got J.D. Vance writing a book about Catholicism while putting a Methodist church on the cover. He's so attached to his new Catholicism, he doesn't even know what the fuck it is. Hey, Radio Master, what's up? Greetings to you in India. Thanks for coming back. I would like to say that my thoughts go out to that man who is trapped in Iran. You do not want to be that guy. You ever see those shows like on the Discovery Channel, like Naked and Afraid, or something like that? Like that's pretty much what's going on with him. He's naked and afraid in Iran. It's like and everyone's looking for him. And I mean, I hope they find him. I said, what's up, Caitlin? Thanks for coming back, tuning in. But somebody needs to sign Iran up to Truth Social so that they can find out that, the war's over and Trump already won 15 times. They don't seem to have gotten the message or to be cooperating with the complete and total victory. The Radio Master says he's waiting for the Monday stock market, a horror ahead. Yes, I told you. The futures market lost $500 billion, $500 billion. Just the other night when Trump spoke, because people no longer believe what he's saying, which is unbelievable that it's taken this long for them to realize that they can't believe what he's saying. Like, he said, oh, they're totally annihilated. The next day they came out and said they still got half their missiles, still got most of their drones, still have almost all of this seaside defense at the Strait of Hormuz. Trump doesn't these people don't understand. Mark says you sound like my uncle who watches Breaking Bad at 3 in the morning. She watch it over and over and over. You know, like my mom. My mom's like stuck. She's just like in a trance. Watches Law and Order over and over and over and over. The radio master says Trump made every profitable asset into lost and stressed assets. Hey Lexi, what's up? John, what's Super Obama says some dude said he's wearing like a heart pump bag or something. I don't know, maybe. He's got all kinds of shit wrong with him, right? He's got the swelled up cankles. He's got the bruises on his hands. He's got a fucking rash on his neck. It's like he's falling apart. And when he was speak the other night, he was slurring his words. And all right, Raj. Thanks for tuning in for a second. Good night, America. That's what I say. Because this country's not going to recover from this for decades. Decades. And he's not even finished doing the damn... He's only been in office for a year. A little over a year. Look at what he's done already. It's only going to get worse and worse. Hey, Lexi, thank you very much. Hey, Lexi says she just subscribed. Same thing. If you're new to this channel, you just stumbled on this show, like the channel, subscribe. Usually I don't do that in the beginning. I do it at the end. But Radio Master said, is there any provision for president to step down in the USA? He can step down at any time. He's not going to. He could. That's what Nixon did. Nixon just resigned when he knew that he was going to get, impeached and removed from office. Rather than go through all that, he just resigned for the good of the country. But I'm going to tell you something right now. President hipster Nazi J.D. Vance is not a better prospect. Have you seen this administration? The people who are in it. Who's third in line? Mike Johnson. We're fucked. Super Obama says it's probably fabricated. Says we can't just keep replacing attorney generals. We're like 7 deep. Yeah. Well, no, what he did was distract from the terrible speech he gave. That's what we were talking about on the last episode. What Trump does is he does something and he distracts. He does something else to distract. He does something to distract. And that speech was terrible. People were talking about how terrible it was. So in the morning, he immediately fires her, and then all day what happens? They're all just talking about him firing Pam Bondi. They're not talking about the horrible speech that he gave. I will give Trump this. He knows how to manipulate the media. He knows how to take a bad story and do something crazy over here that makes people go, whoa, whoa, wait. And then they start talking about whatever other crazy thing. Radio Master says the Indian rupee went downhill. $1 to 94. Yeah. I'm sorry. The dollar ain't worth the shit now right now either. Super Obama says they taught him that at the WWE. Yes, that is true. Well, he's been doing it his whole life. Super Obama says, I promised Triple H will be president. It's funny, sometimes on Saturdays, Daniele couldn't come today because he had to take his daughter to the recording studio because she's got a lot of shit going on. So, anyway, we were talking a few weeks ago, and he asked me, did I ever think that I could see a time when there would be like a President Jake Paul? And I was like, I think that's too far. And like, not even a few days later, Trump brought Jake Paul onto stage with him here in Ohio. Fox is propaganda, bro. Radio Master says Fox proved to be real foxy. They never take criticism and public opinion. No, they create a false reality. Fox News is propaganda. That's all it is. It's just like RT or any other North Korean state television. That's what it is. If you watch Fox News, you'll see they can never, ever, 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 ever criticize the president. And if there's a bad story, they put another story on, and they pretend like the bad story didn't happen. They create a false reality. It's a brainwash machine. I've said this a bunch of times on. That's the one thing that the right wing is good at, and they've built a worldwide network. That's why J.D. Vance is in Hungary right now, campaigning for Viktor Orban. All these. Super Obama says it's not a joke. He's sitting in Congress and shit. Look, if he runs, adults that still watch wrestling won't be able to help themselves but to vote for him. Same reason Kane is a governor of somewhere. Hey, Triple H isn't in Congress. He might be in a state legislature, but he's not in the federal Congress. Broadstreet says thoughts on ice wallow cum. What is that? I don't know what that is. My thought is I don't know what it is. You stumped me. That's hard to do. I wish that Avi would come back because I actually did research the Ukrainian thing, and it actually was something that I already knew about, but I didn't know the names of the people involved. He was dropping all these names, so it was confusing me. But but back to what I was saying is Trump comes on TV, right, and he says we're winning and they're destroyed and they're helpless and we have total control of the skies. And while he was speaking, they shot some missiles at Israel and some other country in the Middle East. This is a fuck you to him while he was talking. Then, the next day, they shot down 2 planes and shot a helicopter, but the helicopter didn't go down. But I'm saying, if they don't have complete control of the sky, obviously, or planes wouldn't be falling out. The radio master says one thing happened when Ivanka visited India. Our city got roads. The only good thing Trump did to us, right? Did he pay for them? What do you mean? Or did they just made those roads so that it looked better, right, when she was there, right? Because that's usually what happens. It's all for show, you know. They could have made your roads a lot sooner than that, but they didn't do it because they didn't have to. I don't understand why people worldwide put up with the shit that their governments do. Fam says, did you hear about Senator Hugh Janus? USF says, how to stop masturbation addiction. Testosterone is low and I'm getting skinny. No. I did not hear about Senator Hugh Janus. I hear there's a gaping hole in his intellect. India has most corrupted governments, one after another, beating the records. You know, all these countries do. I don't understand. Like I said, people got to be. That's why I admire the French. The French. How many of these you got, Broadster? She's actually quite clever. Bart Simpson is in here. No, Wolf. Don't do math. I wouldn't recommend it. Right? Super Obama says they want us at that level. They want more on wrestling fans to vote them in. Yes. Yes. That's why Republicans are always dismantling education. That's why the woman who owns WWE is the education secretary in this country. Because yes, they want a bunch of stupid, easily manipulated people that they can keep in control, who won't ask a lot of questions, who will follow whatever. It's the bread and circus thing, the Rome, you know. Ken says, what's the real problem? It's him claiming victory, even though that's really fucking stupid, right? Wolf asks, what have I done in young age? I've done all kinds of shit, my friend. I was a musician. I played in a band for 15 years. And then when I was 30, I became a stand-up comedian. I've been doing that ever since. And I'm only doing this show because I said I can't tour because my mom's sick and I got to take care of her. So I can't travel like I used to. So I was going crazy doing nothing. That's why I started doing this show. I never set out to be a podcaster or influencer. Or, I just got a brain that won't stop working. And since I had to give up my career for a minute, I couldn't just sit around and do nothing, stare at the wall. Radio Master says, biggest democracies stand last in the press freedom index. No health, no opportunities. Just say we have the biggest democracy under poverty. Never mentions this data. No, of course not. Of course not. No, Super Obama, I was in like really loud metal bands or rock bands, like I like Tool, Deftones, shit like that. Believe it or not, I said I can get pretty aggressive when I want to. I mean, when I was younger, for sure, but I'm not nearly as angry as I used to be. Now that I'm getting older. Wolf asked Meth how it feels. I don't know, because I never did it. Why would you do a drug that was made in some redneck's bathtub out of Sudafed and gasoline and shit? I preferred cocaine when I was younger. I don't do that much. I don't do that anymore either. But he says I look like a jam band dude. Yeah, no, not into it. I don't like songs that never end. Guitar solos that go on for 6 minutes and the guy just noodling. It's boring. I like Tool and shit like that. Like I said, a few weeks ago, went and saw 9 Inch Nails. I still like to rock. I still like to rock out. I've been playing music with these guys. I haven't played in a long time, but I started playing music with some guys a while back, and it's been fun. I missed that part of my life for sure. But to answer Wolf's question, I've always done whatever I wanted to do. I've managed, and I've had a pretty full life. I've done a lot of shit. That's the problem. Most people, they don't live their lives. That's why people have midlife crisis. They wake up and they go, "Oh my God, I never done anything." Quick, buy a Corvette and try to get a mail order bride. Go jump out of a plane or whatever it's like, because they never did anything. Now they're trying to cram it all in. Like, I lived a full crazy life, and I just now started slowing down. And I'm still not slowed down that much. I'm still doing shit. Like, I just drove to West Virginia and did stand-up comedy last Saturday. I can't do touring anymore. I can't full tour, so I can get a show somewhere, drive there and do it, come back home. I can't. I used to be on the road for like 3 weeks, month at a time. And I was living in Las Vegas, but I had to move back to Ohio. Hey, J-Cab, how are you? Thanks for tuning in. But anyway, he keeps saying that we've won this war, and it's obvious that we haven't. And it's obvious that he doesn't know what to do now. See, Trump has this megalomaniac fantasy of American power that he could just crush anybody with the military, and that's not how it works. We've been talking about this for a while. Like, America hasn't won a war since World War II. I mean, you want to call things victories. I said, do you call Vietnam a victory? And Korea, North Korea is still there, right? So we didn't win. We just successfully defended South Korea. Sooner or later, Kim Jong-un's going to try that again. You know this, right? The reunification of Korea is always on the table. Mike Chavez says, should they lower the... Why do you say that? Yeah, that's bad. Why do you think that? Well, maybe you shouldn't work at a daycare with thoughts like that, my friend. I pray you're joking, because that is not funny. Yeah, exactly. Not funny at all. Yes, he may be, Brandon. It's quite possible. Got a lot of them going around too. Yeah, well, maybe I should call you Swede and be give him the heads up. Like this man should never work anywhere near children. Seems to be the trend lately, huh? A lot of them around. And again, Todd Blanchard said said we should move on from the Epstein file. That the DOJ is not going to focus on it. They've already released all the files. And there's still 3.5 million files. You know this, right? Mike, you know the FBI. Yeah, exactly. Don't worry, Kash Patel won't be able to solve the case. Because Trump's man's ruined that too. Where's Savannah Guthrie's mom? Right? Nobody even talks about that anymore. What an epic fucking shit show that was. You think the FBI can solve a case, but no, they can't. I don't think just saying that is illegal. I mean, unless they go to his thing. I know I need to get a new light. I got a fluorescent light above me, and I don't know why I keep turning it on. Because if I turn it off, it's dark. I got jaundice. No, it's supposed to give the, like, I'm in a bunker effect. Yes, it's the lighting. Like I said, I'm gonna get a new light. I got a list of shit I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get a mixer, fix this audio, a better microphone, get a better light. See, I didn't expect that this show would actually turn into anything, and now it is. And people keep coming on here going, "Hey man, you need to fix this and that." This. And I appreciate it because, like I said, I'm just an old guy who decided to start a show. And when I first started, there was like 3 people watching. You know. Now, at least, I've just been on the air for a little over 1 year. And like I said, when I started, there were 3 people watching. Now I get hundreds of views. And people are starting to act. And I think I would get more if some people say, like, oh, the sound's bad, or oh, they don't like the light. So I'm going to fix all that stuff. Next week, hopefully. When I get paid next week, I'm going to buy this stuff that I need. I'm going to buy a better microphone instead of mixer. And I'm 54 years old, Jason. I just turned 54 in December. And somebody said that the other day too, like, "Oh, you're an old man." Who let the old man stream? It's like, you gotta understand, I've never stopped doing shit. I've been doing shit my whole life, and I'm never gonna stop. It doesn't matter how old I am. I'm always gonna have this drive, and my brain, as long as my brain is working. I tried to come home and do nothing. And I couldn't do it. Like I said, I was going nuts. Yeah, you were born the year that I graduated high school. Mike. Laura says she thinks they should stop worrying about the logistics and get back to discussing important topics. Yeah, I agree. But no, I mean, it is good because, like I said, it's keeping me sharp. Like I said, and there's that's true. No, that isn't true. People come on here that do have things to say sometimes. That guy from Lithuania that was on here the last episode, he was interesting. Like I said, he at least was had a, wanted to talk. A lot of people just go on here, they want to troll, or they want to fucking. I'm good, Bukaki. How are you? Partner. Are you the guy that said that last time somebody came out and said, "What in the Wild West voice is this?" See, he's joking now. But that's some dark humor. I don't think people are ready for that. For that level of darkness. That's true, Laura. No, I've never done that. Does it work? Can you trap a fart? Like, I guess, I mean, it just seems like it would. There's a lot to it, right? You gotta have the airtight seal, and then how you get the cap on before it escapes. That's like. Anyway, I don't understand, like I said, why people think that all of a sudden that Donald Trump is going to start telling the truth. Yes, Donald Trump is a rapist pedo. That is true. And he has the whole government fucking covered up for it. What does that tell you? I think these people say it's not a cult. It's a fucking cult. Have you ever noticed that these people pretend to care about things all the time, and then all of a sudden the very next day they don't care about the thing they cared about yesterday because Donald Trump told them to care about something else? Remember the Epstein files? What happened? Man, this is like fucking high school today in the comment thread. It's like 8th grade humor. What's going on here? It's like, usually I attract a much more intellectual audience. This thing is sliding off the rails. So the markets, I said, were very much trying to prop themselves up and lie to themselves and tell them that, you know, Trump's got this under control. But I think that people are starting to realize that he doesn't have it under control. Ethics over faith says, stop the Epstein Zionist war now. Why are you quoting the Bible if your ethics over faith? You know, Easter's coming up. That's a weird time, don't you think? First of all, I want to know who decided that yesterday would be called Good Friday. It's like, yes, and Jesus was dragged through the streets and beaten mercilessly, and then nailed to a cross to hang up there to suffer and die. It's good. Snot is a great band, Reba. If you ever listen to them, you should listen to them. They only have one album because the singer died, but that album is great. I have read the Bible, my friend. I grew up in church. That's what I say. I'm not a religious person. It doesn't mean I don't know anything about it. I grew up in a Baptist church. My grandfather was a Sunday school teacher. I know all the fucking stories. And even when I was a kid, like, these stories don't make no fucking sense, Grandpa. What do you mean? I mean, how do you put all these animals on one boat? You know, how do you keep them from killing each other? And how do you... What kind of God drowns all those fucking people? God is wonderful. He makes no mistakes. He's perfect in all ways. Except that time he had to kill everybody. I am not a cult leader, boo. Maybe that's what this show is. Like, I'm trying to assemble the cult. There's various disjointed members all over the world. But like I said, who decided like that Jesus was dragged through the streets, beaten mercifully, hung up onto a cross to suffer for hours and hours and hours until death? And people said, let's call this Good Friday. I'm just saying, bro. Aaron, it's an odd choice of words to call that a good day. I don't think it was a good day. It's like, well, not for him. And then what happens? 3 days later, he rises from the dead, right? And floats up into heaven to be with God. And how do we celebrate this? With rabbits and chocolate eggs. We're fucked up. It's like, where did the rabbits and the chocolate eggs come in? I'd like to know. What's up, John? And I am no one's grandpa. I went through this before. You know what? I'm just glad we've already been 30 minutes in here and not one person's called me a Jew. That might be some kind of record. Usually they're popping up every 5 seconds. Ken says, wait to see the egg hunt at the White House. It's going to be a fucking joke. Yeah, it's all corporate now. You know that? All the eggs are branded with corporate names like NASCAR or something. Oh, look, I found the Home Depot egg. This whole thing is a fucking shit show of epic proportion. And if you think for 1 second there ain't going to be some fuckery that happens coming up here in the... yes, they did. There's going to be some fuckery coming up here in the elections. You know, they know they're going to lose these elections. They're going to lose the Congress. And Trump's terrified of that. Because then they'll put a hamper on him. You know? And start fucking locking him down. Well, he can't do too much, you know. He can't have that. He needs his full power. With drooling nutlickers to give him... DG says, am I in the Matrix right now? No. I wish I was, because it's got to be better than this. I don't really feel sorry for the Artemis people who are in that spaceship. I was like, if I was there, I'd be like, I don't even want to go back. Why don't we just keep on going? It's like, it's got to be weird to get up there and look out the window and see the planet, how beautiful it is, and know how fucking stupid it is, really, on the surface. I was telling Laura, we were watching the Artemis. It was like, you know, there's some aliens somewhere going, oh no! Hell no, these people are not coming out here. Time to go stop them. It's like, when they think that we're going to come out into the space, that's when the aliens are going to come get us. They're going to come stop us. You know that, right? Like, you know those stupid motherfuckers we've been watching all this time? It's like, they're coming out into space now. What? It's like the cockroaches coming into your house. You know, it's like, oh no, we don't fucking have that. We are not ready to get off this planet. People like Musk keep talking about how the people need to get off the planet. No, how about we get this planet in order before we decide to leave the planet? Right? I don't see order here at all. It's like, this world is rapidly falling apart. The prices of oil at the Strait of Hormuz. You know, Trump keeps saying, oh, they want to make a deal so bad that they offer him a 48-hour ceasefire. Deny. Iran said, fuck you, basically. You know, Trump fundamentally miscalculated the Iranian people and how they are. Happy says they're ready for aliens to come and invade my pussy. I thought they were into anal probing. That's always been the rumor. That the aliens, that was their favorite activity. It was always some redneck from Alabama. Well, then they came down and they beamed me up in the ship, and then they anal probed me. It's like, why is it always anal probing? DG says, we're probably so nature reserved to the aliens, like some uncontacted tribe throwing spears at helicopters. Yeah, like those people off the coast of India. Right? They've never, ever civilization. You're banned. You can't go there. Remember that Christian guy tried to go there and tell them about Jesus, and they shot him with arrows and killed him, and they drug his canoe up onto the shore, and he's just gone because nobody could go and get his body because you're not allowed to go on the island. Jeffrey. There's a few of you that come out here that are always... Yes, DG, you are correct, and we probably are like that. I knew there was some experiment gone awry. It's like, they were like, let's try to create intelligent life, and then they created us. They're like, oh shit, never do that again. It's like, I do not, my friend. Donald Trump's one of the worst things that ever happened to this planet. And he, like I said, he's not done. He's got 3 years left. The question is he going to make it? I'm sure that's on the poly market too. You know, have you seen the poly market? You can bet. They're betting right now. Right now. They're betting on will this pilot be found or not, and how many days. This is a disgusting world. We've taken all sense of morality out of society. And no, I do not. I said that, TM. I do not like Donald Trump. Donald Trump is one of the worst things, like I said, that ever happened. Well, definitely one of the worst things that ever happened to this country. And now the world, as I said, he's not content to just destroy this country. He's going to destroy the world. Yes, it is large. It's been steadily growing. I'm at Peyton Manning status forehead. It's weird when that starts happening to you, because you don't notice it yourself. You know, you look at yourself in the mirror every day. I guess some people are so obsessed with their appearance that they're like, oh. I have this weird, like, you know, some people have what they call body dysmorphia. You know, people have eating disorders and stuff, and they say it doesn't matter how skinny they are. When they look in the mirror, they just see a fat person, and they just keep on, you know, getting skinnier and skinnier, and it doesn't matter because every time they look in the mirror, they only see a fat person, right? I have like the opposite of that, where like, to me, I look the same all the time. when I get fatter, I don't notice it. When I get skinnier, I don't notice it. Cricket says, you're a nice man, good luck. You're really positive. Yeah, thank you. No, Crow. I'm not that stupid. The real cancer is you thinking that's funny. That is not funny. And speaking of fat people, you know who has a podcast now? If you're not aware of this, she started popping up on Facebook. Jillian Michaels. Remember Jillian Michaels? Right? The fitness chick. Right? She's got a podcast now where she's talking about world affairs and politics. And you're like, bitch, you fucking yell at fat people for a living. No one gives a fuck what you think about anything. Well, I studied fitness my entire life. Now I'm going to... all of a sudden... How much time did the bitch have for fucking reading books and shit? She's working out 27 hours a day. No. It's not. Crickety doesn't have cancer. He doesn't exist. He's a racial slur. Read it again. It's happened to me before. When I was a young podcaster last year. I fell for stupid shit. I think that the lighting is another reason why my camera goes in and out when I move too. I think that the lighting's not good enough, and so it makes the camera like have to refocus itself a lot. So what I'm gonna do is, I said I'm gonna get a bit bigger, better light. John says she's like all mega, isn't she? Oh yeah, yeah, she's mega. Well, she's conservative, which is funny because she's a lesbian, I believe. I don't understand it. See, people who have money, that's all they care about is keeping their money. So they're conservatives because they don't want to pay fucking taxes. Our aunt is the same way. Really, when you get down to it, the only reason why she's conservative, because if you listen to, they're all hardcore Christians and shit. See, DJ says, my friend Dixon, my ass has cancer. It's not something to joke about. Ass cancer. Or colon cancer. But yeah, no, she's a Christian, right? She goes to church all the time. That's what's funny about these conservatives. They claim to be Christians, but their philosophies are totally anti-Christian. Like, Trump now wants a $1.5 trillion military budget. The biggest ever. right? And to do that, he says, they got to cut all the domestic programs, 10%, which means more people off of food stamps, more people off of housing assistance, more people with no health care. It's unbelievable. No, I fell for that one once too. Because I run the beer and wine department at the store where I work. And I thought and I like cider. So I was like, Dixon cider! I don't sell that. Is it good? And of course, immediately it was like, oh shit, you got me. Because I told you, because of this fucking shit fluorescent light that's above me. That's why. I bought a light at the store, but it's not big enough, powerful enough. So when I turned off the fluorescent light, it's like, here, I'll show you. Now I look like this. This isn't any better. Although I'm not yellow anymore, you can see my natural color. I'll turn it back on. Oh, see, now I'm turning yellow. Oh, the jaundice is kicking in. I don't know the Muslim prayer call, MIBT. We've already been over this. I'm not religious. Religious sucks. It's why we're in this trouble right now. Like I said, you got Christian fanatics over here. You got Zionists over here. You got fanatical Muslims over here. And they're all going to fight each other. You got Catholics versus Protestants or whatever, Cricket said he thought I was black. No. Just a white guy. Bruce Banner, yes. I can Hulk out too. I have superpowers, but they're hidden. Most people don't realize that. It was like, I get on a stage or get real angry. It's like, and then the Hulk comes out. Just superpowers. Crow says he could have said a racist thing, but I won't. Good, thank you. He's like, but having said that, see, that's what the problem is with this world now. Like I said, racism, nationalism, all this shit is bullshit. You know that everybody's pissed about mass migration. You know that mass migration is only going to get worse with the climate change. When places get too hot for people to live, they're going to need to move. When they start to move, all right, dude. See ya. Not everyone stays. He's from Albania. What's going on in Albania? No. I always thought that Mart says the Hulk is a full body erection. I always thought that was funny about the Hulk, right? Bruce Banner turns into the Hulk, right? What happens? He gets fucking gigantic. And then all of his clothes pop out, right? Except for his pants. Pants stay on, and the crotch doesn't break out. He's like, Hulk's got a tiny penis. That's why he's pissed off all the time. Everything got big except that. Mars says the penguins are going to migrate and take our jobs. No, well, if there's any jobs left after AI takes your job, we're going to destroy ourselves. Don't you see? It's already happening. Right? And Trump, it's getting so bad that Trump thinks he needs $1.5 trillion for the military. Poetry says, why you speak like radio, dude? It's like, what do you mean? I just sound like this. And it is a show, isn't it? Some people watch, some people listen. Gigi says, it's not tiny, it just doesn't grow with them. Right, exactly. He's like, oh, Hulk! And he's like, Bruce Banner. Boxing Dog says, see, you're a smart man, share a helpful tip or insight you know and think others should know. What's that? I'm trying to. Stop all this bullshit. Stop hating people because they're not like you. Stop with the bullshit nationalism. It doesn't matter where you were born. That shit had a place at one time. It's all a bunch held over from tribalism. But the world is no longer tribal, is it? It's a global world. It's always been kind of a global world, but it's super global now, as you can see from this situation. If you fuck up something on the other side of the world, you're going to fuck up something here. Why? Because it's all connected. People that want to pretend like you could just go back to the 1950s are full of shit. It's not going to happen. What you're going to do is get left behind. Ken said that's funny. Thank you. It's true. It's just like Batman. I love Batman, right? He's my favorite. But come on, man. You think it would be that hard to figure out who the fuck he is? Cricket says if everyone votes, would I shave off my goatee? Sure. I mean, I'm not fucking. I've done it. I mean, I did it. Not last year. I shaved completely. I was like, oh, what do I look like without any facial hair? Because I've had facial hair for years now, 20 years. Had a beard or a goatee or a mustache, and I shaved it all off. I look younger, but I don't know. For some reason, I don't know. I don't like my chin. I don't know why. It's not like I don't have one. I do. It just looks weird to me without a beard on it. Goatee. Laura says she votes against. So my girlfriend said no. So you know how that goes. Gotta go with the puss. Yes, Laura says, I think I should get 2 votes because I have to sleep with you. Yes, exactly. You should. DG said keep for sure. Like, thank you. Like I said, it's not like, you know, some of these guys that have a beard, if they shave it off, and their chin is like behind their mouth. And then you realize why they have a beard, because John says he shaved his off once, never again. And I've done it a couple times, but because when my hair used to be black all the time. Alex Anderson says, what kind of music do I listen to? All kinds. The only music I don't like, really, I can't stand, is modern country music. It's not country music. It's like some bullshit conglomeration of hip hop and pop music, and with redneck twang, you know, like. And Katana says Jesus loves you. Does he? Why don't he come down here and fix this fucking shit show? Mom says, what's with the background? You never seen The Big Lebowski? It's the rug, dude. It's the dude's rug. Only it's the dude on the rug. Got it, dude? It's like, and if you've never seen yes, Uncle Johnny, he was one of those guys that had the chin like behind his mouth. It's like reverse chin. It's not coming out. It's going backwards. But for some reason, he never grew a beard. He just walked around like that. Cricket says, which religion do I follow? I've already said numerous times, not religious. It's my belief that religions are thank you. I'll just call you Axe because I can't read your name. It's in like Russian or something. Cricket, like I said, it's my belief that these religions are outdated. They don't have a place in the modern world, and all they do now is cause problems. And all they've ever done is cause problems. I mean, come on. You know that Christopher Columbus used to come into these countries? First thing he would do is tell them, if you give them all your gold, they convert to Christianity, or we'll kill you. People say that Noah says, I dislocated my hip skateboarding, and the EMT told me I reminded him of the dude. I remember being shot up with Fenn saying, I will not stand this aggression. Right? Hey, Blue Apollo, what's up? You're late. Only got 10 minutes left. Yes, Ken Country Shit Pop. But if you want to know my preferred style of music, I like heavier music. Like I said, Tool is my favorite band. I come in the 90s, so, System of a Down, shit like that. Korn, early Korn. Korn kind of fell off, didn't they? They're not as good as they used to be. John says religion is nothing but hate disguised as grace. It's bullshit. Yes, exactly. Exactly. And they all think that they're the righteous ones. We're the good ones, but we got to kill those people. And then the people on the other side are like, we're the good ones, and we got to kill those people. If you're somebody, no, Lauren, I'm not real country music. I like real country music, like Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, old shit. Dwight Yoakam. I always say before, Dwight Yoakam is like right at the end of when country was still okay, but he had one foot into like taking it into the pop direction. So he was like the last country artist that you could go, that's when it ended, you know what I mean? It's like, that's when the good country music stopped. Oh, Hank Jr. is still around. He's doing like punk rock country, which is cool. Cricket says, why was the math book sad? Axe says he asked Jesus for help with my mother-in-law. She's still a psycho. Yes. Yes, that's the folly. And that people don't, like Pete Hegseth, praying for death to his enemies. Like, oh, that's a real Christian. I like that bitch I said that I was talking about the other day. That Caroline Levitt, Trump's lying spokesperson. They were having a prayer right before the briefing. And then she came out and was like, did you hear us having a prayer? We praise Jesus. Now let's talk about all the people we killed today. It's like, you're not Christians in any way. You use that Christianity to make yourselves feel like you're doing, hey, look, 53 minutes in before someone called me a Jew. The Austrian painter. You're back, though. Thanks for coming back. Just popped in to call me a Jew. I have plenty to do, bro. I don't do this show for an hour. Now, if I did Rogan-style shows where I sat here rambling on for 3 fucking hours, then I would tend to agree with you. Like, this guy obviously has nothing to do. But, like, I already went to work today, and now I'm going to do this show, and then I'm done with this show. I'm going to go over to my girlfriend's house, and we're going to eat dinner and watch a movie or something. I mean, it's a regular dude, man. Now I got shit to do. I'm doing this show because I think it's necessary. And somebody's got to talk about this shit because the media is failing everybody. The media has become basically a whitewash for imperialism, if you ask me. And all these billionaires own the media. So you can no longer trust it. And I'm a person that used to defend the media. Because the media used to not be like this. See, they've turned the entire system inside out. They took down all the guardrails that prevented them from taking control. No, but see, that's the problem. You're killing and their killing is the same. It's killing. One of you is not better than the other. And I know that you try to what about it and well, they did this, so we'll do that. And like, that's not how it works. And that's why you never solve these fucking problems. Anybody. Yes, Kegelorman, I agree. The media is the enemy. Yes. And I never thought that till recently. You can see it more and more and more. It's a reality show, just like any other reality show. You used to think like, oh, they're on here trying to solve problems and shit. No, they're not. The nutlickers are there to read their propaganda. That's it. You know, you need more and more people like me who are willing to at least try to speak truth to people. Um, it's like now. It's like none of these people can bring themselves. Dick Freudenstein says, "Can you please wish my friend Simon happy birthday?" Sure. Happy birthday, Simon. In this world, it's exactly how it works. And once Iran is done, people will be safe. No, they won't. And how are they unsafe before? Right? The truth is, what they do is whitewashing. They said imperialism and conquest. Like, what do you think, Israel? So are you telling me? I don't know what to call you. I'll just call you OI. You think OI that Israel has the right to annex the parts of southern Lebanon that they just feel like taking? Or the West Bank? Or, it'd be one thing if you guys had a plan. You think once Iran is done, how's Iran going to be done? Please explain to me. This is the problem, is you don't have a plan. Israel's plan is to kill everybody, but he says, you can see, it didn't work. You're like, oh, just kill all these people, and then the regime will collapse. But it didn't. You know why? Because this country's been around for 1,000 fucking years. They've been through this a few times. They have what's called contingency plans, which is, they think way far in the future, not like us. Plus, they're fanatical in their belief. OI says, you want to fix it, rest on the bankers and politicians, but you could not comprehend it. Yes, I could. I could. And you're right. I agree with you on that. The bankers and politicians, all the people that run these war companies. You know that Trump's kids are now selling drones. Right before their dad started all his wars, they got into the drone business. This is all about money. We already was talking about this, Gabe, and it's because I have a shitty fluorescent light above me. I need better lighting. I'm going to work on that. OI says, see, you're wrong. They're making more money now selling oil than they did before the war. Don't you know this? This is a fact. Because now they control the Strait of Hormuz. Now they're extorting money from the ship companies, and if you pay them, they'll let you go through the strait. And their oil prices are jacked up because of the war. They're making more money, and Trump lifted the sanctions on them. This is the dumbest war ever. Trump is not in a better position than when he started. He's in a worse position. It's like he was playing poker and he went all in with the pair of twos. They didn't even have to have a good hand. They're like, we got a pair of fives, but hey, we won. It's like, this guy's fucking moron. Oh, come on, OI. Now you're just full of shit. Who cares what Hunter Biden was doing? And you know what Hunter Biden wasn't doing? He wasn't in the fucking government. That's such bullshit. And no one ever proves underage girls. He was buying hookers. He wasn't doing underage girls. Trump's kids are engaged in illegal activity. That's questionable. You think it should be legal for the president of your country, who has access to inside information, for his family to be investing in companies that directly profit off of the things that he does? You think that should be legal? Answer the question. Because if you do, We're already back all the way around to where we started. It was like, I don't know why people put up with this shit. Anywhere in the world, from their governments. Why people, the mass amounts of people, let they got government contracts. Direct government contracts. What are you talking about? They're cashing checks. I know this guy's full of shit. See, this is the problem with conservatives. See, if you're conservative, right, which you obviously are because you're talking all this shit about Biden, why do you just continue to spit ridiculous bullshit? Why do you lie all the time? Why do you have to lie? I mean, you might believe these lies, but they're lies. Right? Why don't you just tell me why your ideas are so great? None of y'all ever do that. None of y'all ever talk about solving problems or doing anything. All you ever talk about is how you don't like the other guy and how your guys are better, and you forgive everything that they do while trying to crucify anybody else for doing any little thing. While you forgive things that are even worse. Well, shouldn't be legal either. I don't think that Congress people should be able to trade stocks while you're in Congress. I'm going to get right down to it. Wow. You're the worst troll ever. I thought that guy from the Congo was bad, but you're worse. None of y'all have anything to say. You know why? Because most of you are fucking morons. And brainwashed sheep that believe anything you're told. If you trust anything that comes out of Donald Trump's mouth at this point, you're a fucking moron. He's already lied to you about 50,000 fucking times. He's gone back on every promise that he made during the campaign. You're all like, yeah, kick me in the balls some more, Daddy Trump. We love it. Fuck the Democrats. You're idiots. It's plain and simple. Thank you, Unknown. Please subscribe to the channel. Like the show. Please tell your friends. Yes. Oh, I'll read your fucking comment. I'm not telling you that I'm not. No, Laffy Love. I don't worship any politicians. Said the Republicans are full of shit also. I'm an American unlike you. And oh yeah, Hunter Biden videoed his crimes. Yes, but none with little girls or he'd be in jail. You're lying. He videoed his crimes, smoking crack and banging hookers. So what? It's like, he's an adult. He can do whatever he wants. You know, like I said, he wasn't fucking around with little kids. He's not in the Epstein files. Donald Trump is. Ooh, but you don't care about that, do you? Right? Because you're a fucking idiot nutlicker. Let's say. Listen, if you're new to this show, you just stumbled upon me. I'm here every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, United States. And I'm here pretty faithfully. The show is live, as you can tell, so you can talk. Look, Syria, Arab, Damascus says I look Jewish, but not a Jew. Sorry to disappoint you. Anyway, if you like the show, like I said, like the channel, subscribe to the channel. Yes, Unknown, speaking the truth hurts people. It does. That's what's wrong with this world. People would rather have their comfortable lives than be told the truth. But the truth is, we're in peril as a species, as a human race, all of us. We're in grave danger. If we don't wake the fuck up and realize that these people want to control you, and if they can't, they'll destroy this world. People need to realize that all over the world, and all these corrupt governments need to be thrown. I said, that's why I love France. I don't give a fuck, OI. How's that? Go back to your bubble where they tell you what you want to hear. Because obviously you can't handle anything else. I said, we're in grave danger. No, Unknown, I'm not religious. Religion causes most of these fucking problems. Look at these people. I'm not gross, you are. I don't like DT, but their interviews dating back 20, 25 years when he's publicly expressed concern about JE and the island. No, there isn't. If there is, send it to me. If you want to send me a private message or email, it's Bruce Leonard Leans Left at Outlook.com. If you have those videos, sir, please send them to me because I've never seen them. He was his best friend for 25 fucking years. Yes, epic handle. Viva la revolution. Yes, I agree. Worldwide, we should take the. I said people need to be more like France. You ever notice that? People in France don't take no shit. In France, they say, we're going to raise the bus fare 25 cents. And they go, fuck you. And they set shit on fire, you know. And then they go, oh, we're sorry. They go, that's goddamn right. It's like, they already cut the king's head off once. And they'll do it again. It's like, we need to do that too. This country, that's what people don't realize. This country is only 250 years old. It's a fucking baby. Iran's 1,000 years old or more. I mean, you're sitting here telling me they don't know what the they haven't been through this before. They don't know how to weather Donald Trump. This guy's a fucking idiot. It's like, and if you don't realize that, you're an idiot too. As I said, they just. That's why I was saying about the media and then CNN and all them. They just keep bringing Scott Jennings and all these people on to just shill and lick the fucking balls and say whatever Trump wants them to say. And it's ridiculous. It's done. You just repeated yourself already. If you're repeating yourself in a comment thread, your head is empty, my friend. You're not even worthy of the fucking reply. Anyway, again, I'm here Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, United States. Like I said, like the channel, please subscribe. If you like the show, share it on your social media. Tell your friends. I'm be back here on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, United States. I appreciate everybody that's tuned in today. People that subscribe. What? What are you talking about? I'll do a lot of things, but I won't lie to you. I'll be back Tuesday, 6 p.m. Come back then. Thank you very much. Enjoy your weekend. Try to. Thank you. Good night.